Okay, if you buy crypto with PayPal, you could be paying more than you need to. Now, it's not because PayPal is doing anything wrong. It's actually because of how crypto fees stack up when you add another layer between you and the asset. I'm going to be explaining what you're actually paying for and why PayPal sits at the expensive end and what you can do to bring the cost down without giving up the convenience. So look, every crypto purchase comes with fees. That's true everywhere. And there's no platform on the market that gives you crypto for free, no matter what they tell you. And anyone who tells you otherwise is probably going to be hiding the cost somewhere else. So here's what you're actually paying. There's the platform fee, which covers technology, security compliance, and of course support. And then there's the payment processing fee, which is what your card, your bank, or PayPal charges to move the money. There's also the network fee, which goes to the blockchain itself, not the platform. And then there's the spread, which is the small markup on the exchange rate that the platform is going to charge you. And that's it. So there's 4 components. The trouble is, most crypto platforms don't show them to you, or don't show them all to you. They fold everything into a single number you only see at checkout after you've already entered your details. So we recently ran a study across more than 22 crypto platforms. We wanted to know how many of them show you the full cost before you commit. The answer was 1. Now that's out of 22 fee disclosures that we reviewed, only 1 displayed the complete breakdown at the quote stage. The rest revealed it at checkout, or they buried it deep in the help centers, and some of them didn't even publish it at all. So that's the industry-wide problem. A platform, say, advertising 1% fee can deliver less crypto than one charging 2% fee, simply because the spread is wider. So the headline number isn't the real cost. The only number that tells you the truth is what actually lands in your wallet. Now, here's the part that most people miss. The platform you choose matters, but the payment method you choose matters just as much, sometimes even more. We measured this directly on a $5,000 USDC purchase, switching from a credit card to a SEPA bank transfer. Now that puts 139 more USDC in your wallet. Just let that sink in for a second. 139 more USDC. Same platform, same asset, only the payment method changes. Now that's not a typo. The bank transfer wins by 139 USDC because it goes through fewer intermediaries. Bank transfers like SEPA in Europe or ACH in the US are the cheapest way to buy actually. Now in our data, ACH wins almost 100% of the buy comparisons we ran. SEPA wins 62% of buys and 95% of sells, and this is on Paybis as well. Cards sit in the middle, and PayPal does sit at the more expensive end. So look, why is that? PayPal, it's convenient, it's familiar. A lot of people prefer it because they trust the brand and they don't have to share their card details. Now those are real benefits, but here's what's happening under the hood. When you pay with PayPal, you're adding a layer. PayPal itself charges to process the transaction, and that cost is on top of whatever the underlying card or bank rail already costs. So you're paying for the convenience of going through PayPal instead of straight from your card or bank. In our data set, when we compared net received across all the platforms we tested, PayPal showed limited advantage on some of the buys. The extra layer does cost you a little bit of crypto. So if you still want to use PayPal, and there are good reasons to, here's how to minimize what it's going to cost you. First, use PayPal for smaller purchases where the convenience is worth more than saving. So the difference between payment methods grows with transaction size. At $100, the gap is real, but it's kind of small. At $5,000, it's a bit more meaningful. Second, when you buy a new crypto asset for the first time on Paybis using a card, the Paybis service fee is 0. Now, if PayPal is your default, it's worth knowing that and maybe switching to a card just for first-time purchases on each asset, because that can be a real saving. Now, third, always check the net received before you confirm. That's the actual amount of crypto that lands in your wallet after every fee. On Paybis, you see that number actually at the quote stage before you buy. On most platforms, fees are part and parcel of crypto. They're not going away, but the difference between paying them blindly and paying them knowingly is real money. Now, PayPal can and often still is the right choice for you if you value the convenience and the trust, and many people do. Just go with your eyes open about what it costs and use the bigger purchases and the sell side on perhaps a different rail. Clarity is the only real defense against hidden costs, and that's what Paybis is giving you.